Hello, hello, Stampers. We are back for another episode of Make It Monday. And this week, we are in the studio playing with scraps. I think there's a hashtag, scraps off the table, or scraps off the floor, scraps off the desk. I don't know. There's probably a hashtag for all three of them. Anyways, we are playing with our scraps left over from our Christmas Stamp-A-Stack that we had last month using the iconic Celebrations paper. Hello, Kim. Welcome. So for those of you who maybe don't know what the iconic Celebrations paper looks like, I'm going to show you. Hello, hello, Joy. Welcome. Hi, Gloria. Glad you could join. Okay, and so we did feature this. I did show you guys a few weeks ago all of this paper. So this was what Stamp-A-Stack #1 featured. And so I told the ladies, because there was a lot of scraps left over from our cutting, that I would make some cards with it. So in case they wanted to recreate, they can. And the nice thing is you know what? You all, I'm sure, have scraps on your table from different card classes or different cards you've been making. So don't limit yourself to what these are. You can use the same templates that I'm sharing in order to recreate and use your scraps. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Cheryl. Good evening to you too. And so rather than cutting up all kinds of new stuff, I'm going to just play with the scraps that I have, and we will go from there. Again, I don't know what I'm making. Well, I was trying to lay out what I was making to make it a little easier tonight, but unfortunately the inspiration just was not flowing yesterday. But that's okay because it was flowing for Christmas cards. So I'm proud to announce, and I don't know if I announced this last week or not, so forgive me. I'm getting old. I forget what I say. So you will find that I'm always starting off. Forgive me if I told you already. But the winner of the voting on the color combo for snowflake cards was the Night of Navy with Gray Granite and Pool Party. So I am pleased to say that Stamp-A-Stack #2, that's happening November 23rd and 24th, does feature these colors. And I'm very, very happy with how the cards turned out. And if you guys want a sneak peek, not of the cards of themselves, but of the little memory decks cards I made, I will give you guys a teaser if you want a teaser. But if you wanted a surprise, I'll keep it a surprise. But I did have fun playing with this color combo. Although some of you know that I was like in utter shock. Well, not utter shock, but I was like in disbelief. Okay, no, what's another big word? I just couldn't believe that no one liked these other color combinations for snowflakes. Because honestly, this color combination was just one I threw in last minute because it's kind of like your standard snowflake colors. But I really wanted to play and make some cards using this color combination for winter, being Berry Burst. We've got some Granny Apple Green and Pool Party. And we have a lighter version, which is Pool Party, Bubble Bath, and Fresh Freesia. But that's okay. I am going to take the challenge and I am going to create some things with these color combos. So stay tuned. This month I'm going to focus all on wintry projects. And you know what? You just never know what you're going to see. And leading into the end of the month and beginning of next month, we're going to focus on tags. So I'll probably make a bunch of tags using these color combos. I'm also going to challenge us to some mystery stamping using this color combo. So since this was such a popular color combo, we are going to do some mystery stamping this week. So I will post a bunch of, or not a bunch, but I'll post some pieces with some measurements. And then next week at Make It Monday, we'll have a stamp along. And we will make projects using this color combination. And I'll get you guys to build a card with me. So stay tuned, watch for that this week so that you can prep and prepare to be with me next Monday. Cheryl, you're saying you like that first group with Fresh Freesia. Oh, so the lighter, softer ones. Okay, well, we'll have to see what I come up with. I think I'm going to use this with the Snowy Scenes. Is that what it's called? No, Snowy Wonder stamp set. I'm trying to determine what stamp set to use for Christmas Stampin' Stack number 3. This is still a challenge. I have not used Snowy Wonder yet. I want to challenge myself to it, but I just don't think I can come up with 3 card designs with it. However, if there is interest, I definitely will. I've got a few stamp sets in mind that I'm going to try and do a vote with to see what people want. I'm also waiting for the new online exclusives to launch here. I think they come out tomorrow or the day after. I can't remember. I highly doubt they'll add some other Christmas ones to it, but I'm secretly hoping. So if there is a new online exclusive stamp set, I'm going to choose that to do for December. That way it'll give any of you who are demonstrators time to order it. Or if you're not a demonstrator, that's okay. We'll have time to order it for you. So stay tuned. I will announce what Stampin' Stack number 3 stamp set is by the end of the week. And then that way you guys can figure out what to do. And otherwise, if there's nothing that I like in the new online exclusives or pre-order, I will definitely do a vote with some of the ones that I have here. Ooh, Cheryl says the pre-order starts tomorrow. I should know this. Like, I put it in my advertisement and my team thing, but I honestly don't know. So Wednesday. So tomorrow morning, I should know. Or maybe I'll stay up till midnight. We'll see. Anyway, stay tuned, but I will definitely try and use this color combo with these. So stay tuned for some fun, snowy projects. I just have to make sure I get down in my craft room. Anyways, so for tonight, like I was saying, there were some scraps left over from our Stampin' Stack. Here's scraps. We were playing with some Christmas trees, and it was more of a rustic Christmas. And then we've got some of the stripes. Like, look at all these pieces. There's just like all these little pieces. And then from another card, we had all these pieces left over. Like, that's a lot of pieces. But I really, really think that we can turn this into something wonderful. So that's what I'm challenging myself with to do with you guys tonight. So grab some scraps if you're in your craft room and you want to play along. Grab some card bases. I was trying really hard to use our basic beige because I think it went really nice with the pecan pie, as well as the stripes. It just doesn't go so well with the pinky color, so we'll have to either shift to white or possibly even shift to some moody mauve or a real red color. So we'll have to see what I decide there. But let's just start playing. Now, I'm challenging myself with one more. So we are going to add a stamp set to this. The Iconic Celebrations paper. I'm really challenging myself. I don't know how this is going to turn out, you guys, but I'm going to try and use the Trucking Along bundle with this. The stamp set and punch. This is an online exclusive. You won't find this in the catalog, and I'm really hoping it's still available. It was when I looked last week. But it has like some gifts that you can put in the back of the truck. It has some Christmas trees, and it has wishing you a festive Christmas. So I think that that's fun. Plus, the images that you see on the front of the stamp set, it actually is 90% of what the image is, so it's actually a little bit bigger, which I think will be great for these cards. I haven't used this a whole lot. I've used it a couple of times. How many of you guys have the Trucking Along bundle? I think a few of you do have it. So that is good because maybe you'll be inspired or you'll want to be playing along too with some of these colors. So let's see what we end up with. So again, I've got my card base. These were the scraps left over. Now, sadly, this was actually a little bigger, so for those of you who have your scraps, I cut this down to fit on the front of my card. So this is cut to 5 1/4, and I think it was measured at 2 inches before. Yeah, I think it was 2 or 2.5 inches that was left over. And then I did the whole tear towards me. Right, and that's how I ended up getting this little ruffle. Ooh, I see a few of you guys. Yeah. Okay, so Kim, Deborah, Cheryl, Joy. Okay, awesome. So hopefully you are inspired to make some cards. So we had this left over. We had this piece, which I also trimmed a little bit off of because it was a little bit longer that was left. But look at that other side. The other side has Mossy Meadow, um, Misty Moonlight, and Basic Beige. Love, love it. And in fact, I probably should show you the card that this was made from for a little inspiration. It just might put a little bit of context into where it's coming from. So these are the scraps from this card made with the lovely background, the pecan pie. So not a very feminine card. It's a very rustic card. And these were the scraps left over. And so what do you do with this, right? And I didn't want to add Mossy Meadow to it. I think this Basic Beige is fabulous. So I love how that fits on here. I love how this fits here like this. We can do lots with that, whether that it doesn't have to go right across. It can just go to the side here like this. But then it's like, ooh, what are we going to stamp? And are we stamping on that paper? Which I think we are, because I don't really want to add in another element of white or cream. Here's some scraps that I'll stamp on. And you know what? Let's stamp. Now, this is where I'm going to get you guys to vote. Do we want a blue truck or do we want a brown truck? Please help me decide. Blue or brown? And so when I say blue or brown, I mean Misty Moonlight or Pecan Pie. That's the kind of truck that we need to decide on. Now, I was also playing, okay, I kind of need a background for whatever image I cut out, punch out, or do. And I pulled out a die set that I have not used a whole lot. In fact, I can tell you I've used it once. So that's not a good investment in my money. I don't know if any of you guys have bought this Everyday Details die, but it's the one that has, it's almost like marquee lights, how it's got the little holes through everything. So it's got crisscross, it has some border lines, and it has some circles. It's fun, but you can see I have not used it a whole lot, or there'd be dots everywhere. So I did use the circle, and I ran out a piece of pecan pie. Ooh, everyone wants the blue truck. Okay, let's try it. That'll be perfect, because I've already punched out a brown circle, or I die cut a brown circle to go over top. Okay, I think this is a good card design. So whether or not you guys have the scraps, if you want to just make a card, this is a good card design to do. I am going to pull out my truck. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to try two designs of a truck because I don't know which way is going to work better. We are going to go full strength on the outline of the truck. You can tell this is a tag that I had. Okay, just wait. Before I stamp it, I just want to look to see where is it going to punch out on my punch. So yes, the lower part of the paper is where I want to go. And there is my dark blue truck. But I'm going to go ahead and use the filler because we want a really blue truck, right? Okay, tap, 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 tap. But now the thing is I think I don't want this to be this dark. I'm going to stamp off once. And I'm going to stamp on the truck here. That looks nice, right? Like I think the lighter blue versus the darker blue. I was going to go in and outline this in black. I just knew how dark that, which is crazy. This almost looks like Night of Navy. Yeah, but it is Misty Moonlight, Lorette, right? And it is the blue. And I just think that that's really, really dark. And it might be fine. We might like that a little better. But then I don't really have the outline. So let's try, you know what? I'm going to try navy blue. Let's see if the navy blue outline will shine over. Okay, apparently I don't have a cleaning cloth near me. So we'll just tap that off a little bit. We'll go over in Okay, I can't really see, just the way my head's tilted. Oh, but you can see the outline. I actually like that. Okay, we'll punch out both and we'll see which one you guys like the best for our project in the end. So I'm going to want to cut this. I'm going to try and cut it exactly center just to leave a lot of room on each side. Oh no, I just lost my internet connection. I hope this did not disconnect from you guys. Why does that happen every single time? I think it's because my family is all watching videos. I think all three of us are all streaming at the same time. And that causes the bad internet connection. And I once suggested that they actually turn off their phones during this hour, and they laughed at me. Can you believe that? They laughed at me, like, as if, Mom. Okay, good, Cheryl, thank you. You can still hear. That worries me, because remember that one time for like an hour, I was by myself, talking to myself, and I don't think the video posted afterwards either. You guys just got the first 10 minutes. And there was good stuff I made that day. Okay, so there's our two blue trucks. Oh my gosh, isn't that just so stinking cute? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, so let me just look at the other stamps that are in here. Because this is a tree card, I think we're going to get them to carry a tree and not presents. Again, we're going to use some scraps. Those look small. This tree isn't very big. There's two. We're going to do the same things. We're going to do the outline in full strength for my tree. And then a soft, like, we'll stamp off in order to, we're going to use Mossy Meadow. This is the one I can't get open, ever. Okay, we got it. It hurt my fingers, but we got it. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this on my scrap piece of paper like so. And then I'm going to grab the other piece. Oh, I don't have a cleaning cloth near me. I hate it when I do that. How is it that I start a live every week without a cleaning cloth? Like, someone might have to, like, be my little reminder. Although I can see myself preaching to Riley. Set a reminder on your phone. But the first thing is, do you have a cleaning cloth? Okay, so I'm inking my tree, but I'm stamping off ones because I'm doing it in the same color as this tree, and I really want the tree to show through. So I don't know if you can see there, but the tree I stamped in the dark, and then with the filler I stamped off once to get that beautiful piece. How about a tree or two from scrap? Yeah, exactly, Cheryl. That's what we're going to add to it. Okay, I did freeze, but I'm back now. Excellent. Okay, and there is no punch for the tree, sadly. So we are going to cut this out. We are fussy cutting. Now, if you wanted to avoid the fussy cutting, you could have stamped your truck, stamped the tree in the truck, and then just fussy cut around the whole truck. That would have worked too. I didn't want to do that just because I had the two different colors. I wasn't too sure what I wanted. So we are going to just add this in after the fact. Now let's see how that works. Ooh, see, I wasn't going to cut that much off. Just wait, I want to go a little bit further. I was going to leave a little bit of a tab underneath that, so I have somewhere to add some glue when I go to put that in my truck. Oh, does that not look cute? Although I think I saw Cheryl say a couple. So maybe let's cut out a couple trees and see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that so much. Okay, let's get some more scraps. Again, these are all just scraps. Oh, except look at that. That was one of the tags that I made for our Stamp-A-Stack, except I forgot to wash the stars before I started stamping in basic beige, and it went pink. So double check your stamps, make sure they got washed. I'm sure you guys always clean your stamps before you put them away. Unlike me, that was funny. Okay, so I'm going to just add a couple here. You know what, let's do 3 just in case. Well, let's do another one in case we do. We've got a couple of trucks on the go, so who knows what we'll end up with. Okay, so again, I'm going to stamp off, but then I'm going to stamp on my tree. Now I'm kind of doing this upside down. I hope that's not like taking any of you guys for a little loop-de-ride. There you go. And I love that it still has the little, it looks like snow on the tree, and because we're using the basic beige paper, it still kind of looks like snow on it. I, for one, am happy there's no white stuff on the ground right now. I don't know about you guys, but it can delay itself until after December 25th. I'm quite happy with that. Okay. Now let's just cut these guys out. We're going to leave these guys as is. Those other trees are still usable too. We're just not going to use them for tonight because I really like this tree. Oh yeah, and then I want to leave a little tab just to help me put some adhesive on it. And then we're going to keep going. Okay, so now that Halloween is over, you guys, honest, who has already pulled out some Christmas decorations, maybe turned on some Christmas tunes? Anyone? Anyone? Now, I did get my mini lights turned on upstairs in my living room. I'm happy about that, but those never come down. So I don't know if that actually counts. I'm hoping to dive into my Christmas decorations here soon because a bunch of us are part of an Advent. And so I have to pull out all that stuff to see because every year I buy on clearance because I'm like, oh, this will be good for next year. But then a lot of the times I don't get my stuff out in time in order to make what I need to make. Ooh, but I did get a surprise today. Not yet. You wait till after the 11th. Yes, Kim. We talked about that the other day. I tried to, but I'm not too sure. I think this year I'm limited in time, so it may happen sooner than I want it to. I did buy one Christmas present, though. Just one. And a couple of stocking stuffers. Are any of you keeners done Christmas shopping already? Or maybe you're waiting to see if there's any Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday sales, that sort of thing. Okay, I kind of forgot what fussy cutting was all about. Speaking of fussy cutting, go and find my post in Just for the Love of Stamping and chime in. In the craft room cleanup this week, we're focusing on all of our craft room tools, and one of the things we focused on was cleaning them. So I did actually pull out every single pair of scissors that I owned. Okay, I shouldn't say that, but one of every single pair of scissors that I own. I think there was a few like little paper snips that I didn't find to pull out, but I cleaned them. I air dusted all the little nooks and crannies. I got them all cleaned. Now it's just a matter of trying to see if they can get sharpened, but it felt so good to pull them all out. And so it was just a question of like, you know, what cleaning tool or what craft room tool comes to mind that might need a cleaning, especially in preparation for Christmas crafts and such. So if you don't mind, go and comment on that. Let us know kind of what craft room tools that you have that need a good cleaning. I mean, of course, you know, you put them in the comments here too. And what else do we have coming up? So we've got the Stamp-A-Stack coming up. We have, for those of you who are part of the Secret Stamper Society, we are having our get-together December 8th. So go back and take a look at your commitment form because part of that is sending out a gift to your secret stamper. you might want to get that in a mail. So here's a little mail update. We were concerned with regards to a strike. Canada Post has been working closely with their union to try and avoid that. And my update yesterday was that negotiations are going good. So for now, there's no 72-hour notice as long as they're in good faith negotiating. So for sure, not in the next 72 hours. So go ahead and mail in the next couple of days. I did get some packages out today, which made me happy. Trying to find, because I was kind of worried about that. I've had the last parcel that I mailed, like it was a parcel that I mailed down east. It actually went missing. Okay, I'm actually putting the adhesive on the back of the truck just because I did cut a little tab. It's not as big as I wanted to see it. So for sure I've got one tree there, but let's see what the other one looks like. Anyways, and it never made it to its destination, ever. Ever, ever. Okay, you guys think couple of trees or one tree? Couple of trees or one tree? Oh, and also, do we want it on the dark or do we want it on the light truck or do we want it on the dark truck? I guess we better load the trees in all the trucks and then make the decision, right? We got the light truck and we got the dark truck. And everyone's saying a couple it is. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, looks like it's loaded full. Loaded full. Picking up one for a friend, right? Or are you someone who has a couple of trees in your house? I had an aunt who used to have 3, maybe even 4 trees in her house. It looked cool, but I just couldn't be bothered to clean up that mess after Christmas. Okay, so we've got our truck. We've got our... Now I just have to decide, okay, do we want dark? Oh, I'm kind of thinking dark. There's the dark truck. Here's the light truck. Oh, Deborah likes the light truck with one tree. I see some votes for the dark truck. Okay. Okay, see a couple votes for the dark truck. Okay. I'm going to start layering down my card because I really do like how this is. So I'm just going to commit. That's how you know. I try and not put adhesive down until I really know where everything should be placed. But sometimes if it's taken too long to decide, I'm like, you got to just commit. And how it turns out is how it turns out. Oh, look at that. I got this dirty. Hopefully there is a way that I can cover that up. Oh my gosh. I got green ink on there. Oh, it's because it was on my finger on this side. None of you are going to want this. We'll have to find a way to cover that. And now I committed. Now I can't change this. Oh my gosh, that's just so funny. Okay, so our truck is like, driving out of there. I think we need a background of some sort. So we need our tree filler. I really need to find my cleaning block. Sorry guys, just a sec. Okay, I have a chamois. We will clean up. Whoops. Just about made even more of a mess. Okay. So we have that. We have that. What I want to do, because this is going to be in the background, I'm wondering, do you think we can get away with just putting a couple of tree tops here that the truck is going to go around, but we'll do it in like pecan pie? So it just looks like a little border. Let's try it. Or it's like the background. Doesn't hurt to try. And you know what? I'm going to stamp off and stamp on. And we'll see what that looks like. There we go. And there we go. Oh, maybe this is going to have to come over to this side. That green splotch is like really bothering me. Like really bothering me. We got to cover it up. So sometimes you got to just commit and do it the other way. Okay, so let's find somewhere for our greeting. So we want that wishing you festive Christmas. And you know what? Let's stamp that in blue as well. Now, we could go and find some other dies, but I think that one circle die cut, because of the hole punch, it just like, it's a lot. I don't think we need to have another fancy stitch die to go with it. We're just going to do, kind of like a straight cut wishes. I'm going to pull out the cutting board. I'm actually don't want to take a chance of cutting this by hand. We are going to use a straight cut. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes I recognize there's a need not to do that. I am going to pull out my scissors though. I'm going to trim this just a little bit here. It's a little bit too long. I want to be able to tuck this under somewhere. And I want to put a little banner punch. And I'm sure you guys remember this. This was an old celebration punch. I love this thing. But because this is a nice small tag, I can tuck it in easy for us to actually get that little banner. Now, of course, if you don't have this punch, you can just use your scissors to do the little flag snips, or use the tailor-made punch or a square punch or something. But that just gives it the little flair. Now we can either tuck it under here. This is where it just takes me a few minutes to decide where I want it. We're making, this is, although I said it's a good card design, it's a good card design in the making. Meaning I have no idea where it's going to go. Oh yeah, so we could go to kind of cover that gap too where those trees were. I'm just going to bring this down a bit. Nope. My green sponge mark is coming through. We don't want that. It's sticking out. I don't want that either. Kim saying cover it with an embellishment. Yeah, I know, but I don't really want to put embellishments on this actually. Because of all the mailing I'm doing, I just can't get over how expensive it is when it's just that little bit more having like some bling. But that is a good way to cover things up 100%. But for this card being a little more natural, I really don't want to do that. But I don't mind covering it with the trees like this. Oh, there we go. I think that that's sitting in a spot. I don't want it to cover the S, but I need that filler of the top. I think that'll work. What do you guys think there? Or would you put that somewhere else? You can still see the stripes. Because alternatively, I was going to try and tuck this underneath the stripes, but then it sticks out of the card too much. I think that that's a good spot for it. It's in line up here. I mean, we probably could move this down just a little bit. And again, those brown trees are just sticking out. My green smudge is still covered, and it's all good. Okay, we found it. So we are good with card number 1. So let's start gluing some of this down. I'm not using any dimensionals. This is, like, I almost want to call this a simple stamping card. Now, I could be wrong. You guys might disagree. I'm going to line that up with that. And before I really push it down, you know what I am going to pop up? I'll pop up the truck. I do like dimensionals. I was going to try and do it all flat, but why? Why if we don't have to? Okay, I'm really happy with how this truck is turning out. I have not used this a whole lot. And you know what? This is going to be the Christmas card for my brother-in-law. I think he will appreciate this a whole lot. Voila! We used the scraps off the table to make a really cute Christmas card that's kind of not so traditional. I think that is awesome. Hey, Sue, welcome. Oh, hey, Amy, welcome. Oh, look. here's where I put the scraps. I'm like, I know I had scraps made too. So when you do have leftovers, by all means, you can still put them in the card, right? You can either glue them down the side. Let's do that. I'm going to have the stripes showing this time instead of that brown. Let's add a little bit of the blue. And it's just, you know what? It's a way to use the scraps. It adds a little bit of extra color. And if I wanted to, I could cut out the trees and kind of have them at the bottom there. But I don't know if I like that. So we might have to actually let go of this tree. Some scraps are not salvageable, although I know some people might disagree, because you totally could do something there or save this to make your own little tag punch. Of course, I already put it away, but sometimes I like these little scraps because you can make those little banner tags and then you have them ready to add to your different projects or scrapbook pages. And just get a little bowl, you've already punched it out, and it can just be sitting there waiting to go on to your next project. So that's the only piece we're not using for that card. I'll save this and I'll make a tag out of it. I'll try and make a tag similar to this card, and we'll see what that looks like. Okay, so next is a color that's a little easier to use, right? I showed you it was the gingham, the red and green gingham, so a little more traditional colors. And again, like I said, I used the beige background. I don't know why, I'm really obsessed with this right now. And I feel like maybe we'll do a card going this direction. You really like that truck black. Oh, I haven't seen a truck black like that, Sue. You'll have to share one of your cards with it. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of pieces. And I'm like, the other side are these berries. Now, those berries are a little pink, and I think you could have fun with them, but now that we're using this truck, I can't see the berries with the truck. Sorry, just can't. So we are only going to be using a gingham, but the question is, how are we going to be using the gingham? We have all of this scrap left over from our cards the other day. But you know what? Look at, here's 4 pieces right here. 4 pieces. Boop, boop, boop. And just like that, staggered. Okay, maybe we do need them more closer to the same size, so maybe these little ones aren't going to cut it. Maybe we need some longer ones. So let's trim these down. And I think these look like they're about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to trim this to be 3/4 of an inch. And how long are these? These are like 2.5 inches, 2.5, and 2.5. Okay, so there. Now we have some more pieces. That I think might make a really fun background. Don't you think? I think so. I'll show you a technique that we shared at the last Stamp-A-Stack. No, not the Stamp-A-Stack. This was shared at Brenda's Stamp Camp, actually, in one of the cards I did. Now that I've got this paper, I'm just going to give it a little bit of curl at the bottom, and you'll see in a moment why. So I'm just going to curl each of those bottoms. And now, while I'm sitting here doing this, you guys have a choice to make. Are we going to make, what color? Real red trucks, or are we going to make green trucks? Red or green? That's the decision. Okay, so it's Mossy Meadow or Real Red. And so once I've got these papers all lined up, I'm actually going to do that little tearing thing because, again, I just love the tear. I know it's showing white, not beige, and I tried to ink it with the beige. It does not look good. The white needs to stay white. And what you can do is just tear them at different levels. They don't have to be the same level because we can actually offset these a little bit so that they're not perfect. But you're just going to tear them off so they have like that little rustic look to it. Okay, and it looks like the votes are in. The majority of you want to see red trucks. So let's make a red truck. So I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to start with a cherry cobbler. So something a little darker. So to do the outline image, rather than stamping on and off, just because we really liked the dark look last time, we may as well start with the dark look. Look, I need to clean that stamp. It's a little floppy. It's because the stamp itself needs to be cleaned. So there we go. I stamped in real red to get the dark truck image. And now we will stamp the body of the truck in real red. Now, if your real red ink pads haven't been inked in a while, now is a good time to do it. Since it's going to be a color, probably use lots this month and next. Or are some of you already done all your Christmas cards? Who are the keeners and have finished their Christmas cards already? Let's see who you are. I want to cheer you on. I want to be proud because I wish I was that organized. I was at one time. Now see, look, the full ink didn't come off my, or maybe I didn't ink it properly. I usually have an image or a sponge underneath me, a mat, that's what I'm trying to say, to help with that. But that actually looks really cool because it kind of looks like a rustic truck. So I'm happy with how that turned out. Very, very happy actually. Okay, so let's close these up. And let's pull out the punch. Now in this punch, you also have all kinds of other layers. You have things to make your tires. I'm just going to give that a punch. That's what all those little pieces are for the other components of the truck to make them go pretty awesome. In fact, we probably should be coloring our tires just to make them pop. I'm not going to on the first card, but you know what? Why not pull in some gray granite, since it's a color we've been using. I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of color on the corner of my block, and I'm going to grab my blender pen. Sometimes, like for those of you who've been crafting a long time, I feel that this is a project that kind of gets lost and forgotten about. This is a dual side blender pen. It really makes no difference which side. You basically just get 2 pens for the price of 1. Even though it's dirty, it's not dirty because to clean it, you just run it on a piece of paper and you're good. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to lift the ink. I just have to remember which side of the block I put the ink on. Okay, let's give that a little bit more ink so I know where it is. There. Okay. And so now I'm actually going to just, whoopsies, I picked up a bit of the red. So now I got to just let that go. So I got to brush off all the red, and then I'm good to pick up the gray again. And so yes, it does lift the ink. So you just want to be careful. I don't want to blend the ink in. I just want to color in between with the gray. And then to clean my brush, I just rub off until I see no color, and then it's clean. Voila, just like that. So let me show you a little close up. So do you see how the blender pen picked up on the red in the wheel wells? This is a fancy truck. It's got red wheel wells. And then we gave it just some gray tires. They're kind of worn out. Didn't want black. Didn't want it to stand out too much. Okay, but I still got scrap paper. Let's pull out the gifts for this one because red and green look really cute. So why not, right? Why not? So let's try, I'm going to try Let's try gray gifts. Just a sec. Let me see what this looks like. Gray gifts with green presents. I don't know why I feel like there needs to be green in the back of the truck. Oh my gosh. I went and closed Mossy Meadow. Bad idea. Okay. Wow, that's a workout in itself. There you go. If you're looking for some easy exercises, especially on those cold winter days, just go through and open and close every single ink pad you own. That's good arm exercise. I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay, I didn't line that up that great, but that's cute. That's cute. I like that. Let's try it in real red. So we'll put the red presents down here, and then we'll put green on top. It's okay. I'm not loving it. I like the gray one better. Let's see what it looks like cut out and on the truck. So again, I'm just going to leave a little bit at the bottom. And we're just going to fussy cut kind of all around, leaving a border. I don't like to cut right up to the lines. It looks cooler this way. And plus it's easier to trim and cut. Okay, so look at that. A truck full of gifts. I think that's cute. You could always go in and add some red if you wanted. I don't want to because there's too much red already in the truck that I don't think it's necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and make the decision to use that in the back of my truck. That is stinking cute. Is it not? I think it's stinking cute. Okay, now that I have these where I want them, I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. I'm going to pick the middle ones first though, just because that way if things move or they shift, it's easier for me to line it up and make it look a little more symmetrical when I'm working from the middle out, if that makes sense. And I'm just leaving a little gap. I'm doing them a little up and down. They're not perfect. Okay. Now, this obviously, it's like, meh, too boring. I did pre-cut another one of those dies from that same label collection, except, look, when I do that, it covers it up too much. So that isn't going to work. So we need to find something else to help us with that. Now, let me take a look at that paper again. Remember I said that berry? Ugh. I wonder, yeah, no. That's too yucky. But you gotta play because you just never know. It might turn into something amazing. What do I want? What do I want? I think I need a tag of some sort. Or do I need a tree? Just wait. Look. I just happen to have a cutout from a tree right here that I wonder, does that tree work or is that tree too big? I think that tree might be too big. I'm just going to hold it up. It's a good way to use those scraps though. I do like that. But I'm going to kind of have to go back to, you know what, maybe some sort of circle. But I really don't want a circle. Oh, you know, maybe we can just do a stitched rectangle. Actually, this is probably what the greeting can be. I think the greeting will fit in that. Let's check. Since I have the greeting on the block already, I'm just going to hold the die up to it just to see. Oh yeah, it covers it perfectly. So that is a great die for it. So let me run through the cut and emboss machine with some of my scrap paper. Again, I know I should do it online for those of you who aren't that familiar with the cut and emboss machine, but just because my workstation is so messy right now. Okay, here we go. This is what we're going to use to put the words on. Okay, this is where I'm going to need your help. We're voting again. For the words, do you think we need them in Cherry Cobbler or Mossy Meadow? Are we going to do green words or red words to go with our red and green card? And while you guys are voting on that, I'm just going to check out what are we missing over here. We have like some road that we could, ooh, we could do special delivery in a little circle as well. Oh, that might be cute. That would work for Christmas. Ooh, but green is lighting up the house tonight. Okay, green it is. Notice I didn't close them again. Okay, wishing you a festive Christmas. You guys, this fits perfectly in that die. Like, absolutely perfectly. So, if you have this set and you have everyday details dies, that fits perfectly. Okay, great. And you can kind of guess, I'm probably going to be popping that up somehow. Okay. Add gold to the tree. Ooh, what about a green tree? Ooh. Okay. Gold and green. Those are all good things. Okay. Yeah, let's try green. Oh, yeah, let's try green tree. I like that idea. The green might pop out. So this is actually what I was going to actually stamp with you guys tonight, but then I got excited over the truck. So this is the decorative trees dies, and these are the trees that all come with the dies. So there's a lot of trees to choose from. So you know what? I'm going to run a couple samples through. We're going to run these two through because I just had a thought. And you know what? Let's test it with this one that's right here before we get other colors. So even though this tree is this big, I can cut it down. It doesn't have to be that big. It could be just this big. Oh, and then all of a sudden that might be like a little more realistic in size to the truck that's driving by. Okay, so we've got options. And you know what? Here, because I'm having to cut again, I feel like I do need to put the cut and emboss machine up here. So let me just move things out of the way. At least all those little pieces are on. So we have the cut and emboss machine right here. I just need to put some scraps, and I happen to have scraps on the table that are that color. So let's do a solid tree. Now, do you see the bottom? There doesn't look like it's going to really cut out perfectly the way I want it, and that's okay. Do I have another scrap of that? I'm sure I do. Let me just look. Because I can crank them both through at the same time. I also seem to be missing labels off some of my grains, which is interesting. Okay. Here's a bigger piece. Then we won't cut off the tree. Okay, but now where did that other die go? Oh my goodness. I'm like, oh, we can do both at the same time. But here it is. It's underneath the scrap paper I just pulled out. So with these trees, I'm going to go back and forth, back and forth. I just get more cutting space out of my scrap. Put that on, crank it through, and then voila. Our trees are cut out. And my other one's stuck behind. But it has all the extra little cutouts in it. Now you can leave them as is, or you can use your brush or your picky tool to poke them all out. We'll just kind of leave that as is for now. just because it gives it a little added texture or shape. I do like the green. I do like the green tree. Good call, but I think I do want to trim it down a little bit. I think it's just too big of a tree. So we're going to cut the first layer off, and I'm just going to cut right in the center of where that cut is. There we go. And so now it's just a matter, okay, where do we want to place that? Or maybe it's even too big of a tree yet. Or maybe I need a couple of trees. And then we wish you a festive Christmas. Everything is being clustered into the center. Oh, I like that. Okay, are you guys good with the green tree? Now the question is though, do I want a couple of trees? And everything should be in threes, however, yeah, we can have the solid, we can have the punch, and we can have this. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I'm going to pick this off though. I need to trim these little guys. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do, this one is kind of like right in the center of that piece of designer series paper. So I know exactly where that's going to go. So I can put that down first. And then this one, oh, I just ripped it. Oh no, good thing it's going to be behind some things. So I'm layering that just beside. I'm now going to put dimensionals on the truck. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so happy with how this turned out. I am so glad that we're collaborating on this. And then this can go there like so. But of course, dimensionals, dimensionals. Everything needs dimensionals. Now, I'm thinking of doing an adhesive share. Is anyone in need of dimensionals, glue dots, anything like that? We will get something going. Oh my gosh, another simple rustic tree card to go with our collection. I am so happy with how that turned out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You're right, the green tree is what it needed. So that's 2 of the 3 cards. Woohoo! Okay, then next, now this is going to be the hard one. Okay, I have to close these up because I don't think any of these colors we will be using. But this is going to be interesting and a challenge for me. Something I've never done is we need to make more of a feminine card. Truck card. Feminine truck card. Okay, so as you can see, we have some real red. We have some misty or moody mauve. And I'm trying to decide if that's pretty pink. I don't know if that's pretty in pink. It seems like an awful light pink color. It might just be Stampin' Up versions of the mauve, but we'll throw in pretty in pink there for now. Oh, you can't see that. I don't like how this camera's set up. I had to redo everything, and it's really messing me up. I need my husband to come readjust it. Oh, he's my tech guy. He's my handyman guy. He just does everything for me. He's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do a pink truck, but the question is, what color background? You know what? Do we just stick with white? I think white might be simple. White might be simple. Okay, let's make a white card. And the reason why I'm sticking to this is I really do like neutral card bases. I don't know why. I mean, of course, sometimes ooh, what's happening there? Oh, that's so weird. I'm all frozen now. And the video ended. Can anyone hear me? I'm frozen. Tom, I froze. Are you guys all on the computer? or on your phones? I said nice things. Oh, something's trying to come back. It's just frozen. This is so bizarre. I hope maybe my family can all turn off the internet, their internet, so that we can finish this recording. It stopped again. It went for 2 seconds. Oh, I see it. It changed. You guys are saying I'm good on your end, and then Cheryl's saying no, it's not good. Yeah, it went all weird and blurry, and the countdown is no longer on. I'm keep going just in case. I'm hoping Tom's hearing my plea for help so he can check out what's happening. Yeah, it's like flickering. It's like there's ghosts. It's like, is 1 hour the maximum I can go? I honestly believe this is a Google thing. Because none of this happened until we started doing Facebook Lives on Google. This didn't do it when I did it from my phone. My gosh. And there's updates to Windows or to Apple. And Apple isn't liking all of these other technologies. Why is it never ending? I feel like for 5 years, all I've been saying is tech, tech, tech. You mean you can hear and see? And Deborah says it looks fine. Can you see me moving my hands, though? Because I can't. I see little flickering here and there, and that's it. Anyways, all that to say, we are going to stamp our truck. But the question is, and we're not making a red truck. So really, you guys get your choice of Moody Mauve and Pretty in Pink truck. Wow, it's glitching like crazy. Which is funny because yesterday I was listening to a podcast and it was all about glitches. And I pressed play to put it through my stereo speaker. And as it started, all of a sudden it got glitches and it kept stopping on me 3 times that I had to give up and not look at it anymore. Anyways, Moody Mauve or Pretty Pink. We are going to start stamping anyways. Maybe I'll stamp both and we'll see what ends up coming out. I'm really hoping really hoping that Tom is catching this to know that I'm not losing my marbles. Okay, sorry, I gotta do it down at the bottom of the paper. Okay. But then it's like, okay, we need to do the body. I also need some actual cleaning cloths. This is not working either. Okay, so I'm going to take the truck. We're going to do it in Moody Mauve. And I'm stamping off. Actually, let me stamp up here so it doesn't affect the... Ooh, this is really inky. So I'm stamping off once, except look how, like... I don't know if you can see that. It looks like it's gotten a bad paint job. Wow, my video does not know what to do. Facebook, if you're listening, please tune in and help me out. I don't understand. I really don't understand. It's like, why? Why every week? Why? Why can't we just have a beautiful recording that just does what it's supposed to? Why do I have to worry about this? Although it probably is me. I do need to delete some videos and stuff. Okay. Anyways, I don't know if you can see this, but I stamped off once with the Moody Mauve to dive in to make a beautiful color paint job truck. So it almost looks like a light color cherry cobbler, but it's a light Moody Mauve. And then we're going to do the other one in Pretty in Pink. So you know what? Maybe this is like the Mary Kay truck. Does anyone still have a Mary Kay distributor or consultant? I had a lady years ago. She ended up moving away, but she was really annoying. She like literally spammed me every single day and I hated it. It's like, oh, is this how you guys all win your trips? Okay, stamp on, stamp off, except that's almost too light of a pink truck. But that's almost too dark, so I think I do need to stamp off because the dark pink doesn't match with any of the paper. So let's try that again. Stamp off. stamp on. Ooh, that's actually really nice. So that's what we have for the trucks. I'm going to go ahead and punch them out. Wow, this is crazy. It's totally flickering all the time. I have no idea whether you can see me or hear me. I'm just trusting. It's still recording. You'll see when the video goes in, you'll see all the glitching. You'll have to fast forward it through a bunch of it so you can see this final card, because this card will be cute. I know it will be. Oh, I can see a whole bunch of these in the making for Valentine's Day. Do we make a Valentine's Day card? I really don't want to. I really want to make a Christmas card. But just know that you can substitute it to make a Valentine's Day card. Maybe I'll have to make another card to see. Okay, do we do a similar one to the first one? What else can I do? No, you know what? We're going to do this whole piece of paper, because we've got this whole piece of tree paper. Let's push that down right into the center, which means I just got to trim off, because this must be 6 inches long, and of course my card is 5.5, so we're just going to trim off a 1/2 inch. So trimming that to 5.5, and we are going to just commit. Ooh, look at this blue snowflake paper on the other side. Totally missed that. But don't worry, we're not doing that as part of Christmas stamp stack number 2. No, no, no. We've got some unique snowflakes to show you. And again, if you want a sneak peek, tell me in the comments, because I'll show you a card I made, or maybe a tag. Either my memory decks or a tag, you can pick. Tags are all going to be posted. Okay, anyways, I'm not getting anyone's comments anymore, because seriously, I'm still glitching. It's all like flickering back and forth. And I haven't gone very far, so I've been talking here for, I'm sure, about 12 minutes, and it only shows that I'm at 5 minutes and 54 seconds, so that's interesting. Okay, so there's that. I'm thinking we might be in the need of, you know what, the big truck. I think we're going to need to do the cut and emboss machine again, and this time with the big circle again, but we're going to do the circle in... Do we do it in white or do we do it in Moody Mauve? How about I do one of each and you can decide. Love it. Love it, love it. Love it. Okay. That's in white. Let me pull out some Moody Mauve. Yeah, I don't want to mix the hearts with this one. I think you guys need to save the hearts to make a Valentine's Day card. In fact, I'll try and post one, making it the same design, but just into a Valentine's card. And we are going to use that same label, or sorry, the same circle die. Moody Mauve. There's a lot of little circles though that come with that. I just warn you, if you're someone that's not a confetti fan or glitter fan, you might not like these dies. Just to be honest, because there's a lot of circles. Itty bitty circles that fall out. A lot of them. But you just take your brush and they'll all come out. And the ones that don't, you just take your little pokey tool or something sharp to poke them out. So here is the dark one with the light truck, or the dark truck. Oh, I did lose y'all. Sorry. Oh, I still see some of you. I saw someone say sneak peek. Okay, this is so cool that you guys can still kind of see, because I for sure can't. So there's the Moody Mauve. Here's the white. We can go pull in some Moody Mauve. We can pull in some Moody Mauve ribbon. I haven't actually used that. Let me just look in my in color drawer. No, I don't have that. I have the twine. I don't think I really want to use twine. What else do we got? Somehow I managed to do this without using any ribbon. I would like to do another one without any ribbon. Okay, everyone's saying Moody Mauve. Okay, hopefully that was for the truck. Because now that I'm... Oh, and you see no glitches, Kim. Okay, good. Okay, I see another sneak peek. Okay, I'll show you as soon as I'm done this card. Okay, yes, I like this. I like this. You know what? We can put the trees in the background again, although we probably should try something different. What do we want that's a little bit different? Oh, that special delivery. Okay, so let's see if this perfectly fits. So in this die set are all these circles. And remember that stitched die fit perfectly on the other wishes? I wonder if this perfectly fits on the special delivery. I bet you it does. I bet you it does. Now the question is, do we put trees in the back of this truck? But then that's duplicating what we did. I don't think we want palm trees or flowers. Or we could just put, we could just put the racks up. Ooh, we can do clouds in the background. That's what we'll do on there. Okay, let's pull out special delivery. It's still glitching like crazy for me, you guys. And in fact, so much so that I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna show you what I see. I'm gonna record a little piece of it because it's like crazy. Although, of course, now that I'm standing here with my camera, it stopped. And every time I press stop, it stops. Okay, I'm giving up. Okay, it's a little bit of something, but it's not the craziness I've been sitting here watching. Of course it's not, because why would it when I actually want to show you what it looks like? Okay, so I am adding to my scraps special delivery, of which I stamped in Moody Mauve, just because it's a nice dark color. There's no sense bringing in a black or a gray or something different. I don't think, anyway. So again, I'm just pulling that in the cut and emboss machine, running it through just like we did the last item. Might have to do it again. Yeah, I think I cut this off. Shoot. Okay, well, we'll see where this ends up going, because see, I got the little thing. But it does. It perfectly fits the special delivery, people. So again, if you've got these dies, they fit so nicely with those stitch dies. So that's good. It's good to know. We put it out. Maybe the special delivery goes there. We already did gifts. We already did trees. Oh, what else could we add? Is there something from a different stamp set, maybe? Oh, should we add a little penguin or something? Oh my gosh. Because we have all these little critters, and then didn't I say I wanted to use that snowy day somehow? Now these ones are a little bigger, but yeah, that's kind of really big. But we could put some holly maybe, or maybe some snowflakes. Or we can put a little tiny penguin, but that'll be pretty big. That's actually too big, I think, based on the size that is. But I like the snowflake idea. So that leads me to use my snowflake stamp set, which I forgot to talk about earlier. Let me just find it. Oh, I'm getting really hot. I literally have it all right here. There it is. It just got piled up. To show you some fun snowflake stuff. Here are the dies that go with the one-of-a-kind stamp set. And this is a stamp set that's this month's bingo stamp set. So we're playing bingo on the 16th, I think it is, the Saturday. But this is also the stamp set that we're using for Stamp-A-Stack number 2. So I'll show you the sneak peek here in a minute. But you know what? Why don't we add some cute little pink snowflakes, because these ones have nice little ones in there that we can just punch out with little circle punches. So I like that idea. Let's load the back of the truck with some snowflakes, and then that way it is completely different than the other 2 cards. I'm sure you guys all have different sets at home that you can, I'm sure that we have different snowflake sets, maybe in our kit stamp sets. Who knows? But I'm going to take the smallest ones and we're going to stamp them in pink. I'm not even going to stamp them in red. We're just going to stamp in pink, and I'll stamp on and I'll stamp off and see which ones I like the best. So we're going to stamp on, we're going to stamp off. I think those stamped off ones look a little nicer. So let's try that again. Stamp on, stamp off. Because my Moody Mauve is really, really inky because I never use it. So I'm going to do little ones, stamp on, stamp off. Except I'm noticing that I'm not putting equal pressure. So I'm going to punch out some of these trucks on the other side, but that's okay. Oh, look it, I ended up doing it too close again. Stamp on, stamp off. And that should get us some of the ones that we want. Now, okay, let me try that with pink. Stamp on, stamp off. The stamp off doesn't really look that great, does it? The pink is too light, so I think we're sticking with those, but that's okay. I'm pulling out my punches. I've got a 1/2 inch circle punch that I'm hoping those are going to fit perfectly in, and they do. Look at that. It's a perfect size. So if you have a 1/2 inch circle punch, this is like absolutely perfect for them. Not the big ones, just the small ones. Wow, it's still glitching like cray-cray. Okay, I'm going to have to cut to get some of these down. I don't know how many I need. Probably 5 would be good. I'm thinking maybe some of the bigger sizes too. So I might need the 3/4 inch circle punch. Let's grab that. So that's one thing. As Stampin' Up! Came out with all the circle punches, I never got rid of them. But if you're looking on some of those buy and sells, maybe this, oh, see, that's almost too big though. I don't want it that big. So let's just stick with these little ones for now. Let's see what this looks like. I'm going to commit, and I'm actually going to drop this in the center. Or even just above center, like so. And I think I said, you know what, let's do some clouds, because why not? I'm going to do the clouds in light pink on top of the Moody Mauve so that we see the shape, but it's not too dark. So I think 3 is probably enough, just because we're going to end up putting our truck on there like so. Do we need one more maybe? Nah, I think that that's good. I think what I would like to do though is I'm going to pop up my truck, just because I feel like every truck needs to be popped up. Why? I do not know. Except I need to find my dimensionals. Okay. You guys get to look at this big mess. Okay, we're not using the candy canes. We're not using any of that because, well, just because. So I'm not peeling these off yet because I'm still trying to determine where I want the placement of everything. Now, some of these snowflakes, they can just get tucked under. like so, and I'll probably just use glue dots for those. Oh, I might want a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna load the truck up with snowflakes. And we are gonna glue dot those suckers. So all I'm doing is unrolling my glue dots. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm putting the 1/2 inch circle right on top of the glue dot. And I think I'm safe now. I'm actually gonna put my truck down like so. And then I'm gonna peel and stick my snowflakes and then just tuck them under. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to put little mini dimensionals on the other 2. I should have 2 more. I thought I punched out 5. Didn't I punch out 5? Or am I losing it? Did I only punch out 4? I feel like I'm losing it if you could see how my camera is spazzing on me. I know I've gone a lot longer than I normally do. You guys, I have you here for 1 hour and 20 minutes today. That's cray-cray. Okay, so there's one more. I swear I punched out 5 though. And then we can go ahead and tuck special delivery right there. But you see, I want to cover that little piece, which means I need to punch out another stamp. Let's stamp a few more. Stamp, 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 stamp. Okay, there's a couple more. Do any of you guys still have that little circle stamp? The little 1.5 inch? It's the one punch that actually, the one little mini punch that had the measurement on it. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. Because this is the cat's meow. So if you're at any clearance sale, you're going to want a 1/2 inch. I have used this, oh my gosh, all the time, all the time, all the time. Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like I just want to put this in the clouds. Whoops, look at that. I'm already making a mess. I'm going to tuck that in there under the clouds. Except I think I do want to pop that up. So I'm just going to put 1 pop up. I'm going to put that little guy back over here. And we're going to tuck that right here. Whoops. Sorry, I'm trying to just, don't want to bend that, like so. We're going to add a dimensional over here, just because my special delivery is on a dimensional. And then that way, I can hide that. Does that work? Is that cute enough? I don't know. Now I feel like I do need some white twine or something. I guess maybe a bow, because it's a little, is it because it's pink? I don't know. Oh, I just feel like it needs more. And I feel like my circles or my snowflakes are no longer in the right spot. What am I doing? That one's getting all trash. It's getting all bent. I'm not liking this card anymore. It's getting all bent up. Okay. And I feel like that snowflake's like way too off. Maybe that's what the problem is. These snowflakes are not, they're not in the direction they should be. And I know I'm trying to hide that. Well, you know what? Maybe that means this one's getting another one. So that's a lot of snowflakes I've put in there. But it's a special delivery. We're taking snow somewhere. Maybe this is for your snow hauler friend. Oh my gosh. It is actually cute though, isn't it? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Yeah, I don't think do we need like another, I think we're going to leave it with just that, like that particular line. I'll make some tags that coordinate with these because I think it's cute. But I mean, a good way to use up your scraps and like maybe pull out the truck cards if you want some cute truck cards. Maybe you're at a craft sale and you want to sell them there. I think they go over well. We are in Alberta, the truck capital of Canada, I'm sure. They do make super, super cute cards. I'm not going to add any ribbon to any of them. There's no extra embellishments. It's all just paper, ink, and stamps. That's my 3-step philosophy to getting your stamping done. I'm going to have a little giveaway today. It's not going to be the cards though because I love them so much. But I will have a little gift to kind of help you with some of that. It's over in my box though, so I don't know what I'm going to pull out, but it's going to be something random. So let's do hashtag truck prize, and we'll see what ends up being the prize. This will give some time for those people to watch the videos. I also feel bad for these glitches and how crazy I'm going, but I do appreciate all of you watching it, and so we'll do that. We'll do that draw here in a couple of days. It won't be right away, but do make sure you get your hashtag truck prize all in the comments, and I'll do a search, and we'll definitely give something awesome away. Okay, so I know some of you guys wanted a sneak peek. If you don't want a sneak peek of the upcoming Christmas card class, you can say goodbye. This is your warning. I'm pulling them in. But I had fun making the cards this year. Not only did I make the cards, but I also made a tag that you'll see featured in an upcoming tag Instagram series that I'm going to do. But I also went back to finally making some memory decks. So I was making these memory decks cards, I guess it was right before my accident. And I was doing it every month based on techniques that I was teaching in card classes. And so I want to get back to it because it's just a fun memory. I put the year on the back, like the month and the year, and then I know when it was kind of featured, whether it be in social media or in card classes. It just made it extra fun. So let me show you one of the cards. One of the cards is this Sending Flurries. So again, this is all featuring that one-of-a-kind stamp set. You can purchase the stamp set as a bundle with the dies, or if you're a demonstrator, you get special demonstrator pricing for my card class, assuming that you have all of these already. If you don't have this particular stamp set, not a big deal. I'm sure you have Christmas cards, you have other snowflake dies and stamps that'll work. I'm having fun with this one because it does have super cute words. It has swirls, so it is a little bit different. And in fact, I have pulled out the other one that's still, this is actually still current, is the Sparkling Snowflakes. So this was last year's release, and it's got all kinds of fun stamp sets. It's got, or fun snowflakes, and it has some nice winter greetings. This is an awesome, awesome set, and it actually goes nice with this. Obviously, pardon me, I'm using these words, so it will be a little different, but I'm sure you have your own pieces that you're making. So there's a sneak peek to what one of the cards is going to look like. And then we have another unique card featuring the same color combination. And then I couldn't resist. I know it's not part of the color combination, but the Snowy Scenes designer series paper has snowflake paper in it, and I really wanted to use it, except the snowflake paper actually has garden green in it. So we're making a card with Pool Party, garden green, and gray granite. And so I think you'll really like the technique that I'm going to share with you. I hope you like that little sneak peek, and you'll consider joining us, whether it be virtually on the 24th or in person. We've got room for 2 more people on the 23rd. Okay, I think that is it for now. Like I said, watch for my post. We are going to be doing a mystery card using these 3 colors, Gray Granite, Night of Navy, and Pool Party. If you don't have those exact colors, not a big deal. Find something similar. So just watch for the measurements for our mystery stamping so that next Monday you can stamp with me and we'll make a mystery card together. Again, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, helping me through my creative process as we made some really cute truck cards, because I have not been using this bundle other than for Jimmy Buffett inspired cards. So thank you. I appreciate all of you. And I'll announce that winner, like I said, sometime in the next week. In the meantime, happy stamping. We'll catch you all soon. Bye for now. And now I can't end it, you guys. It won't let me click the button. Oh my God, this just keeps getting better and better. And now if I just close out, will it post it? Probably not. I'll probably lose all of it. Ooh, I'm getting some application and coding thing pop up. Oh, all the code for Facebook just popped up. Either that, I'm in the middle of getting hacked, you guys. One of the two. I really need to do a screenshot of this. Oh my God. I'm totally getting hacked. Okay, I'm going to have to just pop out. Bye, everybody. Oh my God. Zoom wants to install in the middle of Chrome. This is just hilarious. I can't close anything. Oh my gosh. Nothing's working. Why me? Okay.